Daddy King would say, are you listening? It's King Kev, founding dean of Yolanda Denise King's Urban Success University. You can tell I'm on the steps of 449 Auburn Avenue, Coretta's King Center, now run by King Inc. Hey, listen, the first day of service we ever celebrated was January 17th, 1994. It was the next day, fact check me if you would, January 18th, 1994, King Inc., the folk who controlling the building, Dexter's monetization movement killed the youth department, took the staff from 71 to 14. I am the originally appointed youth leadership creative arts director of the King Center, put in this position by Edith Scott Bagley, Coretta Scott King. I was chosen by Yolanda Denise King, but I am not a King Center kid. I'm a King Association kid. We talk about the remnant, born 1988 to 2007. 1988, that's when Coretta Scott King gave Cynthia Dolores Nodis Tucker the Legacy Award. It was the next year when Cynthia Dolores Nodis Tucker founded the King Association. She wanted them little North Philly boys to ring that bell. Well, we're gonna eventually end up at Warnock's Bell Tower, and I'm gonna ring that bell. Now, when they killed the youth department, Yolanda had to rebuild it. Just like Edith Scott Bagley, Coretta's big sister, birthed the creative arts department at Cheney, is the same way that Yolanda birthed the creative arts department here in 1982. Now, the reason we have 2007 is that is a year when Yolanda Denise King ascended. Before we get there, we lost our mamas 20 years ago. See, Coretta Scott King, Cynthia Dolores Nodis Tucker are the two founders of this, the King Center and the King Association. We already covered that. But when you add their political pillar, Shirley Chisholm, you get the three pillars for the National Political Congress of Black Women. Shirley Chisholm ascended January of 05. Cynthia Dolores Nodis Tucker, Rose Louise Macaulay Parks, room upstairs, ascended October of 05. Coretta Scott King ascended January 30th of 06. We've now spent 20 years and we hadn't talked about the three pillars of the National Political Congress of Black Women. Now, on the 2007 King holiday, after Coretta had ascended, ton of pressure on Yolanda Peace King. And on the 07 holiday, Yolanda froze it, demanded I introduce her. We had no idea that would be her last public performance. Now, of the Mama Mafia, tell you what happened, Watts Night 2011. It's imperative, right before we had the gay stuff. Our mamas had me throw the Watts Night party in this, the King Center Freedom Hall. Afterwards, our girls went up to the Rosa Parks room and took some pictures. Now, Cynthia Dolores Nodis Tucker's dying wish was that all of us, Black America, learn the truth about her and Rosa Parks. Let me tell you where this issue came in. 2022 is the 40-year anniversary of the Creative Arts Department that Yolanda founded. 2022 is the 20-year anniversary of Urban Success University. So 2022, October, when Peacock produced the Real Rebellious Rosa Parks, our daughters, Coretta Scott King students, Edith Scott Bagley students, Yolanda Denise King students, let's put into perspective, Yolanda had me introduce her in the 2007 King holiday, her last public performance. At Phillips House, one of the King Inc. executives, one of Dexter's friends, she died 5 months later under extremely questionable circumstances. Okay? And so, yeah, August, I had to walk our daughters into Coretta Scott King Young Women's Leadership Academy. Now, our daughters, just like the 2011 Watch Night Party, wanted to watch the real rebellious Rosa Parks inside of the Yolanda Denise King Auditorium. They wanted to go up to the Rosa Parks room and take some selfies, and they were told that's gonna be $2,500. What? Why? Because we got this deal with Hulu. Now there's 2 documentaries that are out right now, okay? There's this Hulu one Bernice partnered with, and then there is the Peacock, Real Rebellious Rosa Parks. The documentary by Peacock was produced by Lonnie McCauley, that's Rosa Parks' great nephew, and Soleil's videographical impartation information, bless your life for the rest of your life. Now, I threw the Watch Night Party up there, January 2011. January 5th, my mother died. March 15th, Amazing Grace Banks Sullivan ascended. June 11th, 2011, that's when Edith Scott Bagley ascended. August 18th, Amelia Isadora Platts Boynton Robinson at her 100th birthday right here. Ain't nobody should have freaked up. Now, so you can understand, we are 33 days until the 40-year anniversary of the Lion of Zion before this one. Reverend Dr. Leon Howard Sullivan licensing me to preach, to give good news to the least of these. Now, Amazing Grace Banks Sullivan and Coretta Scott King were close. Sully, Leon Howard Sullivan, and Martin Luther King Jr. were close. I never met Martin Luther King Jr. Obviously, he died before I was born. But I saw Amazing Grace. I saw Coretta Scott connected. Now, there is going to be no King versus Sullivan. They were homies. There's no boss of Black America, okay? We are people. We got leaders that we aspired and subscribe to. Now, I got put in this position by Coretta Scott King, Edith Scott Bagley. I got chosen by Yolanda. I got sent by Amazing Grace. Affirmed Rosa Louise McCauley Parks, Andrea Dash Gray, Marion Grace Segundi, Amelia Isadora Platts Boynton Robinson, Esther Jean Wortham Roberts. Listen to me. I'm not a Kingian. I'm not a part of the cult. I don't give a frick about taking King Inc. to the ends of the earth. Rock out with your guy. We're going to take the kingdom to the ends of the earth. But we got to talk about something. Martin Luther King Jr., Chris Believing Soldier Salute, became the moral compass for America. But he never had an economic plan, an entrepreneurial plan. It was select patronage provided by Leon Howard Sullivan. Now, the goal has always been to resurrect the mini university model and the Progress Plaza model and combine them. We don't know Bernice, Dexter Omari III. The only King kid who ever came outside of the bubble is Yolanda. Now, when they killed their youth department, it don't matter. I rebuilt it with Yolanda. I'm gonna tell you what the challenge is. Dexter, Isaac, Warnock, none of them have ever been inside of our urban community. Bernice, you was 5 when your daddy died. Dexter, you 7. Y'all ran up there with them rich folk, white folk. Bernice, you be talking about how cultured you was in the opera. We ain't got none of that. None of it, none of it, none of it. Now, nothing wrong with that. Just means you out of touch with our community. Now, Bernice, she don't like me. I was here in 2004. She left in 93. I came in 94. I was here in 2004. She had been gone. She brought Eddie Long down here. Said that was her new daddy. She is reigniting the legacy. I don't know shit about that. I'm gonna tell you, as the cleanup kid, I saw how much it crushed Coretta Scott King for Dexter to kill her creative arts department. This is the lady that ML picked up on the New England Conservatory steps. I'm gonna tell you something. Dexter got up there with the rich folk. You know what they don't like? Them little rough kids from the hood. So when Coretta, Alabama, Edith, Alabama, Rosa, Alabama, when they killed their youth department and all them little boys from the 044 was coming for them, I'm younger. Isaac got 30 years on me. He was 30, I was 15. Now I seen the older boys beat Dexter and Isaac down. That's just what it is, bro. We young. It's how it plays out. However, I wasn't a part of that. I'm the one that Coretta make that nonviolent pledge. Remember I told you about this bell tower? Well, in 89, Coretta wanted the boys to ring the bell tower. Notice Reverend Dr. Joseph Lawrence Roberts constructed this sanctuary after the combination of the 2 youth departments. We're not ringing that Liberty Bell. We're ringing the bell tower on the sanctuary. It's a reason there's an African cross on the sanctuary. As the last son of the Heritage Sanctuary, let me teach you why our parents put it there, since nobody else will tell you. Because it'll really, really get you excited with this Christian nationalism thing. Let me tell you, the Bible, the sacred scroll, was written in Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic. Those are African, Asiatic, extremely expressive languages that predate the development and existence of the English Empire by at least 1,000 years. Now, Hebrew, Greek, and Aramaic, each one of those words can carry a world, but the English language is somewhat shallow. Now, for me, I'm the last son of this Heritage Sanctuary. And from 1934 to 1999, March 7th to be exact, we marched out of there and marched into here. Our Heritage Sanctuary been giving the American government that kingdom work for decades. Then we got Warlock. That's your first political pastor. We never gonna get along. Never, never, never. Let me teach a point reflective in urban communities. When you see the Heritage Sanctuary, the Heritage Sanctuary represents a community congregation. The Horizon Sanctuary represents a commuter congregation. Let me make sure that you understand it too. A community congregation is one in which 90% of the people who attend service live in the community. So as the organizational leader of a community congregation, you got to address the needs of the community. Then, if you can flip Ebenezer into a commuter congregation, you can go Ebenezer everywhere, then 90% of the people who are on the church roll, they don't live in the community. So John Vaughan, Raphael Warnock, and the rest of the ministerial staff don't have to do anything for the community and still technically be addressing their organizational leadership needs. Now, let me make sure you understand something, because we got some new folk popping up, but I got appointed and taught by Coretta and Edith and Yolanda on how to teach this campus on tours, but the National Park Service, they don't want to teach you that. Let's talk about this statue right here. Conceptualized by Daddy King, bronze by Patrick. This comes from roots. Let me tell you, let me show you, because Daddy King would often say, I'd rather see a sermon and hear one anyway, so let me go ahead and prophetically teach this point. Let's make the Heritage Sanctuary the pulpit. Let's make the Horizon Sanctuary the congregation. There's one time where the preacher, prophetic, powerful teacher, stands up and stands in front of the pulpit. That's reflective of the fact that what he's doing is more important than the word of God. What, pray tell, could be more important than the word of God? If you see, he's lifting up a child. The only thing more important than the word of God in the African Christian experience is instilling the word in future generations. Oh, that's where we need to get, because that's the job. See, Ebenezer has multiple generations of black folk, black men, cared about the community. Then we got Warnock, ran them all off. Hey y'all, we going on a tour. National Park Service. We the black boys, the rugged boys, the non-gay boys. We don't go along with the gay stuff. Warnock ran us out because we not gay. Hey, we're going on a tour.
Come on in, up the step to the right.
All right then, we don't want no stuff in here, man. Park Service, I'm a national.
Hey.
I'm a citizen like everybody else. Why are you profiling me, sir?
Because you're on the phone, you video recording.
I'm in a national park. Why are you profiling me? National Park. You see I get profiled when I just walk in? It's a tour. Just disruptive. Just defamation. Same thing as officer did. Did you see that? Everybody else can walk inside of this national park and come on a tour. But as soon as I walk up, I get identified by the Park Service and labeled so that I don't feel comfortable in a tour in my own sanctuary. Hey folks. Gonna miss you. For the record, it was never a political youth department. It's 1st Battalion's youth department. I'm the commander's kid. We out. About to have a park rep coming here. Now, for the record, the National Park Service's responsibility is not to teach you about the heritage of our church. It's to teach you about ML from the perspective of the American government, the one that he challenged. Yeah. The only one that will have the responsibility of teaching us our heritage, teaching us who we are, what we do, how we do what we do, the way we do it, will be Warnock. But see, I can't walk inside of the church as a normal citizen without being profiled by the National Park Service. Now, Senate Bill 36 says he still has to get in my video and say whatever he wants to say. This is why, y'all see it? Notice something. Warnock popped up and he said something. He said, man, we got gay folk all around. Slide up in our building, exercise his dominion and authority. You know why? Because we alpha males. We're heterosexual. We're not involved in the goofiness. And what we got? 32 days to our 40-year anniversary. They got it catered to all the white folks. Run all the history up. We have our history being rewritten by folk who don't know nothing, ain't did nothing, and don't know nobody. Used to be a time where you could come and reflect in our church. Now you got to sit down, shut up, go along with the federal government and what their new jacks say. Otherwise, you already know they're gonna prosecute you. Hey man, we out. We love our youth. We love our old Fourth Ward, but we're not allowing our boys to get profiled. Do you see it? We had to walk it out. King, why they do it with you? Because I'm the only one how to walk it out. I talked to you about the African cross. Do you notice? Do you notice? When you look at it, the Horizon Sanctuary was constructed to resemble an African hut. You know what an African hut is? Home base for little black boys and little black girls. Mom and them said, no matter what, keep coming back to the throne. But you're not welcome here if you won't, bow down to the warlocks. Man, look, we heterosexual, we like women, we love the Lord, and we ain't going along with that bisexual bullshit. Warnock, you fucking freak.